Awesome, how are you? A couple things that, one, again, back at that local level, primarily, we've got customers at all levels of government, but our focus and our heart is really at that local level. And we've talked about it a little bit, right? The great thing about serving the local level is that where people still trust the government, right? And there's some studies show about 67% of people would say they trust the local government, where it's in the teens that trust the federal government. And that's because that's their home, right? They're connected to those people that are around them. And so the opportunity to serve our customers, who are able to serve the people that trust them, and able to build that trust and build that transparency and really help them to start engaging better, that's awesome. So I really like that opportunity. I like the kind of point solution nature where we're very focused on things like budget and very focused on things like grants and procurement and payments and some of the other stuff we do, but those things all have a thread that connect them. So we're not worried about big launch of an ERP or big launch of something massive. We can go in there and really target needed solutions, but they can still talk and touch to each other. So there's some really good features that I like. I think that opportunity to take our point solutions and connect them in a tighter fashion, and then really start to think about how to best use the data. Governments focus on budgets and how they operate, and so if we think about what we do, we budget, so we plan their spending. We help them with procurement, so we help them buy the right things in the right ways, and then we help them collect the money so that they have revenue that they can enable the government to function, and then wrap that with additional income of grants where they can really service the people. So it's this really great touches, and so I think as we put those together better, use data better, really present data in a way that can be used, and then find some potential other solutions that tie into, call that ecosystem, if you will, that really starts to say that we want to help governments make data-driven decisions. We want to help them have access to the information they need and have it in an easy-to-use format from a SaaS provider. And so there's some really great things we can do as a business. I think one of the great things about sitting on the other side of the table is that when I go to talk to customers, I can say, I've been there and done that. I understand the difficulty of dealing within the bureaucracy. I understand of having to sit in front of a council and get something approved. I understand that ultimately you're trying to serve your constituents and serve the residents of your community, and therefore it puts a different level of need and a different level of requirements on our products and on our service and how we deal with them. So being able to tell the customer, I get that, and I get that because I've done that. Flip side, coming into the organization, when I have conversations with our support group or with our sales group or with anybody, I can bring some real life experience. So as we build out our product maps, as we maybe do our customer success offerings and how are we going to take care of our customers, I can help guide some things and provide some input that maybe someone who hasn't sat on the other side of the table can. So it's not a new company. Una, actually, if you really look at its origins, is over 30 years old. So several years ago, a group called GTY brought together 6 companies that all serve the GovTech in some form or fashion, whether it was a budgeting solution like a company called Questica or Sherpa, or a payments solution like a company called Citybase and others. And they brought all them together and created this company called GTY. GTY was a publicly traded company, and our ownership group, the GI partners, really liked the company, they liked the space, and they wanted to be involved in it. So they actually bought them and took them private. As they took them private, they looked at the branding, they looked at the energy of the business, thought it'd be great to rebrand it, and really rebrand it around a mission and a vision, which is Una, right? Una really comes from the root of meaning one and meaning unified, and so that's who we are. We're Una Solutions, and we really look to unify governments, their customers, and the communities that we serve. a great question. As we really think about this, started working with the executive team to really answer some basic questions. One of them is, why do we exist? Like, why is Una here? Why does it matter? And it's not about building software. It's not about building technology, right? We really believe that we exist to build trust and enable transparency, right? That those things matter in all of our communities, whether it's the communities that our customers serve or even our internal community, right? We want to do everything we can to be a trusting partner that is a transparent in its tools, in its communication, its processes, and help all of our customers do the same thing. And I think secondarily for us, that leads to transformation, right? And that leads to improved lives, and that we don't want to leave the world the same that it is today. We are a group of people, 500 strong right now, growing rapidly, we believe, of people who are dedicated to seeing that kind of transformation and building that trust and transparent relationships. And we just choose to do that through SaaS software, because we think that's the easiest way to get out there and have the impact, because we can deliver day-to-day needs to our customers. So we're really excited about the future and participating in the vision of our customers.